My gosh. Hi friends. So I had this amazing, I've had an amazing couple of months, but last week I did a breathwork session with my friend Rio and it was incredible. It's really ironic because sometimes in other lineages of breathwork, I sometimes have a lot of resistance to doing them, which I think is funny because breathwork is one of my favorite things about the work that I do, and I love doing the form of breath work that I practice, but sometimes I come up against my own inner resistance and physical resistance to other processes, and this was one of those times, which is extremely powerful. I always know that when that comes up that it's going to be a big clearing for me, and it was. There was so much beauty in the process, and Rio did an amazing job of holding space for me and guiding me through and keeping me motivated to keep breathing. So some of the things that came up for me was I had this realization. So I was having a lot of resistance to getting air into my chest, which isn't new for me. When I was still working like a normal desk job situation, I had 6 months worth of feeling like I couldn't get enough air into my chest. Like I was sort of borderline, like almost a panic attack or like a PTSD response type situation where I just, for a few hours of every day, I couldn't get enough air into my chest. And it was this feeling of, it's really stressful, right? It was awful. And so during this breathwork journey that came up for me, but what was interesting is like what's happened with it now is completely different than what the pattern used to signify for me. So now what came forth was the world can't handle the love that lives in my chest, and this fear of exposing how much love I hold, really easily for almost everyone, and this like need to hide it for fear of not being safe if I expose it, for fear of expectations, like what people will want from me if I really show them these expressions of wholehearted like love and joy and glee and glee for the existence of all of us, right? And then the other thing that came forward was I'm not deserving of the love that lives in my chest, and that that really felt so destructive, and also pointed to a lot of the work that I've been doing over the last few months in particular, which is like worthiness and unworthiness. And if I'm not feeling deserving of my own love and radiance, then how do I expect to like share that in reflection with anybody else? So it has to come from me first, and I have been doing so much work in this area, and so to have that come up felt like, wow, if I don't feel worthy of that receiving my own love. But it was so powerful because then what came forward during the journey, so we worked with a shield that I had on the front of my chest that I've known has been there for years, right? I don't think it's uncommon for us to feel that way. And then also like a shield of sorts, but like more flexible, a little more sneaky on the back of my heart. And that one I've also been working on for years, my God. Like receiving love, terrifying. And so I've been working with both of those, but Rio did this amazing clearing for me, and we talked to them and we figured out when they came into my body, and then also helped them to leave. And it was powerful. I had some animals come in to support me in that. Fierce jaguar and a black panther both came in, and then also a hummingbird spirit is still with me, actually working on clearing up some of those pieces that are still a little more sticky in those places. But I had a really powerful release through the journey, and was so grateful. I've been so grateful. So since then I've just been working on receiving my own love, and also feeling this sense of like joy at where I'm at in my path, that I can clear these things, and that I feel confident that I'm acting in different ways, that I got to see it. I mean, I've gotten to see it in the way that I'm relating to people, even just over the last week. It's a big shift for me. Oh my gosh. I feel so much more present and so much less fear in social settings. It's been really profound, and like this willingness to just show up with presence and not need to hide certain elements of myself, or being discerning about that as well still, but much more open than I have been recently. So feeling grateful and glad. Mwah! Sending you all so much love.